Hello, welcome. Let's look at this question, number 7A of September 2024 WASSCE questions. The time a man takes to paint a room alone is an hour less than the time his apprentice takes to paint the same room. If both of them take 72 minutes to paint the room, we have to find the time that the apprentice takes to paint the room alone. So in this case, let's see, we are going to base on the apprentice time in order to find the time that the man itself is going to be using. So let's begin with the apprentice, because the man is what? 1 hour less than the time of what? The apprentice. So let's see. So let T be the time for the apprentice, right? So if T is the time for the apprentice, then we can say that the time the man used will be 1 hour less than the time the apprentice is using. So 1 hour. In this case, since we are dealing with 72 minutes, we can decide to convert the 1 hour also into what? A minute, to become 60 minutes. It could be like that. Or we maintain the hour as 1 and convert the 72 minutes also into an hour. Anyway, you arrive at the same answer. So it's going to be T minus what? 1. So these are the time that we have. Now let's see total time, which is 72 minutes. We can convert that by dividing by what? 60 to get an hour. So this is going to be 72 divided by 60. We know 6 can go there, 12. 6 can also go here, 10. So 12 divided by 10 is 1.2. So 1.2 what? Hours. Alright. So these are the information that the question provided. Now, but we are aware that the total time, if you are looking at it, maybe you are thinking that we will only add the T plus T minus 1 should be equals to 1.2. Could that make sense? The time that we are looking for, will it be the time available? But here we are looking at the rate at which they will work. Because the rate at which the apprentice will work will be different from the rate at which the man will be working. That is what accounted for the difference in time, because they are going to work with different rates. So let's find the rate at which each of them is what? Working or is painting. So we can begin by the rate for, let's say, apprentice is going to be 1 divided by what? T. That's the rate at which it will be painting a room per hour. How many rooms? 1 room. They are painting the same room. 1 room per hour. So the time that we are looking for will determine how fast that this person is going to work in. Then the rate for the man will also become 1 out of T minus what? 1. Then these are the rate at which they are working, the total rate. So their total rate will also be equals to 1 over 1.2. This is the time at which they are all painting the same room, a room per hour. This is what they are using. So they are using 1 hour, 20 minutes per 1 room for the 2 of them. this person is using 1 hour, how do you call it? 1 room in a certain hour. We can't tell the hour. That is why we are using t. Here, if we know the t minus 1 will give us the hour the man will be using. So in this case, we can put all together by saying that 1 out of t plus 1 out of t minus 1 equals to the total rate at which they are all working. So we are having 1 on t plus 1 on t minus 1 equals to 1 on 1.2. So what do? We need to make the whole of this to become a single fraction by finding the LCM, which will be t times t minus 1. That becomes the LCM on that side. So from here, we are going to have t minus 1. Then if this t divide this, you will be left with t minus 1. So t minus 1 plus, if t minus 1 divide the LCM, you will be left with only t. T times 1, t equals 1 on 1.2. So this becomes a single fraction, no multiplication, so t plus t will be 2t minus 1. Multiplying this by cross multiplication, that will be 1.2 times 2t minus 1. This will also multiply here to give you t minus 1 times 1. Give you same, right? If you expand here, you'll be having 2.4. So 2.4t minus 1.2 t times t should be giving us t squared minus t. I see t squared, t, so let's group all to the right, meaning t squared minus t, this is positive, coming to become negative 2.4t. This negative is also coming then to become plus 1.2 equals what? 0. Don't forget this is t. So they become like them. Minus 1 minus 3, 2.4. That will be giving you negative 3.4. So t squared minus 3.4t 1.2 equals to 0. Since we are dealing with decimal, let's remove that decimal by multiplying both sides by all through by 10. So this will be giving you 10 t squared 34t 12 equals to 0. Do we have any common factor? We do have, right? That is going to be 2. So when 2 divide further, we get 5t squared 17, right? Go here, 6 equals to 0. So now 5 times 6, that will be 30. So 5, 6, 30, factors of 30, let's say 2 and 15. Seeing this is positive, both sides must be negative, so that when you add, you get negative. So negative 2 times negative 15, positive 30. If you add, you get this answer. So this will be into bracket t minus 2 into bracket t minus 15 equals to 0. But remember the shortcut we have been using. Since we multiply by 5, so we divide by the 5, then this will be equals to 0, or this equals to 0. So that means t minus 2 on 5 equals to 0, or t minus 15 on 5 will be 3 equals to 0. I'll be left with t equals to 2 on 5, or t equals to 3, right? Don't forget, this is going to be 0. If you multiply here by, let's say, 2, this will be 10. This will be 4. So 0.4. 0.4 for the time for the apprentice, right? So 0.4 minus 1 will have given you a negative. So even though both answers are positive, we cannot accept the 2 on what? 5, but rather this. And don't forget, we are dealing with hours. We've converted the minute to hour. So we are going to say that, therefore, so the apprentice is going to be using 3 hours alone. Then the man will be using 2 hours alone. I believe the concept is clear. My breath is a little bit rowdy, but I'm sure you are able to follow through from the beginning to the end. Feel free to ask questions in the comment section for us to get interactive. Bye-bye.